Hi everybody, welcome to an edition of International Women's Series. I have Amy and Heather here from Fettle Farms, and they are my month of August girls, and they are going to be doing a Panzanella salad for the month of August. So what we're doing is, for the whole month of August, their salad will be on the menu, and a part of the proceeds will be going to Express Yourself Milwaukee, Savage Support Corps, and Courage Milwaukee. The girls brought in a whole bunch of their fresh produce, so we're going to be making the salad today. I made some bread yesterday from fresh fennel in it, so I'm going to grill that. And Heather, I guess you can start making the dressing.
Sure.
We have some red wine vinegar here, some balsamic vinegar, a little bit of sherry vinegar, honey, and extra virgin olive oil. So if you want to kind of start with that, I got a whisk here too. I'm just going to cut this in some pieces and grill it. And then if you guys want to just tell me a little bit about the farm, like how did you get started, and why did you pick the location that you did?
Sure. So Fettle Farm is in Caledonia.
And why did you pick the name? Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of good stuff.
Our farm is in Caledonia. It's just under 1 acre of production. The land that we're on is owned by my boyfriend.
Oh, cool.
So he just had some vacant space. It's not actually the land that we started on. We started in Caledonia, but a little bit further west, on sort of just a temporary land basis. So we were looking for a more permanent home, and he offered us some of his acreage. So that's how.
So how much land do you have?
The total property is 20 acres.
Oh, wow.
And
you can see I haven't been out there. I need to get out there and see where my beautiful produce is coming from.
And about 16 of the 20 is tillable farmland.
Wow.
And right now we're managing about 1 acre, Heather and I.
That's awesome. And then how did you and Heather meet? And how long have you been friends?
I think we met at a different farm I was working at up in West Bend. We used to do cookouts every Friday night, and
Were you friends then, or?
We had a mutual friend.
Okay.
And Amy, this mutual friend of ours, brought Amy to one of our cookouts.
Cool.
So I met her. That was probably 5 or 6 years ago now.
Wow.
Maybe
At
5
least.
years ago.
I think
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah, so about 5 years ago we met. We're kind of doing our own things on separate farms, and then 2 years ago?
Three seasons ago.
3 seasons ago. Some other friends of ours were no longer going to be farming together and had this vacant spot at the farmer's market. And Amy and I were kind of like, oh,
Let's take it over.
should we take
Yeah,
it
should
over?
we do it? Yeah.
She had been doing her own thing on the side with her other job, and I was looking to start my own farm. At that point, I had been farming for 5 or 6 years, and
Wow.
wanted to start something, but didn't want to do it
So
alone.
were you farming for yourself, or were you selling your stuff, or?
I was working on other farms.
Okay,
Yep,
gotcha.
Still
Yeah.
like honing the craft.
Yeah.
But I was at the point where I wanted to start my own thing
Yeah.
and wanted a partner, so Amy graciously took me under for a
Well,
year.
I was sort of desperate for some help.
Truth be told, right?
Yeah, but it worked out that our personalities worked well.
That you worked well together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I met you guys, I think it was just kind of, I heard your name, it was kind of a buzz in the chef community, about your produce and stuff. And I think I reached out to you guys last summer. And it was right at the end of the season, and I said, hey, I want in, So I drove up to, I think you were in Whitefish Bay, and that was the first time I met you, and you guys were like, Suzette, this is literally like our last farmer's market.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I definitely want to be on your list for next year. So it was a brief encounter, but you guys just stuck out to me, and I was just so proud of you that you're, first off, 2 female doing it, having their own farm, and your produce was just absolutely beautiful. I mean, really,
Thank you.
you can see the love that you take in it. Really, you can. I mean,
Yeah.
I took pictures of just my lettuces yesterday because they're so pretty. I mean, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's probably a chef farmer thing or whatever, but lettuce, it all is just so beautiful. So, well, I just grilled the bread. I'm just going to let it cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to cube it up.
Okay.
And then tell me a little bit about all these different kinds of tomatoes you got.
So heirloom tomatoes are one of our specialties. We have 4 different varieties here of a total of 12 or 15 maybe
Wow.
that we have
Yeah.
in our entire production.
Awesome.
We do grow all of our tomatoes in a hoop house, so it's a plastic covered, sheltered area. It has no supplemental heat or cooling or anything, so it just depends on us opening it up for airflow and whatnot.
So do you start the plants like seedlings earlier in?
We do, yeah. Tomatoes we usually seed in.
Because you're kind of ahead of the game with tomatoes right now.
Yeah, this.
You know,
Yeah, that's
especially this size.
The benefit of having them in a hoop house
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you can, I mean, we planted these, I think May 1st in the ground,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
So
you
they were-
obviously can't have tomatoes outside in Wisconsin on May 1st.
Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
especially this year.
Well, we've had so much rain and
Yeah.
and heat and cold and
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the beauty of the hoop house. It buys us just like another week or two. We can get in earlier. So these were seeded from seed in probably the first week of April.
Yeah.
So they usually go into the hoop house about a month old. And the varieties that we have here, this is green zebra, this kind of green mottled one,
Mhm.
and it's ripe when it's this color.
Yep.
So it's just as soft as another tomato. This one is pink Berkeley tie-dye is the variety.
Oh, cool.
This was a variety that we discovered through participating in a university research trial where we were just trialing different tomato varieties for flavor, marketability, and then yield.
Mhm.
So we discovered that one that way. This one is Prudence Purple, which is a pretty popular heirloom variety. It's very similar to like a brandy wine, which a lot of people are familiar with.
Yep.
It's always, I would say, 9 years out of 10, it's the first like larger slicing tomato that has
That-
red ripe fruit.
Yep.
So it usually
It's
is
the
ahead
first
of the
one
game.
ahead of the game. Yep.
Mhm. And then this one is new to us this year, a variety called pork chop.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know where these
I love
names
it. You have a
come
lot of really cool names.
but we were trying to find a yellow or an orange of a larger size that would, because a lot of the chefs and other customers that we sell to would like to have a variety of color and size
Yep.
and flavor. So
And you want them durable, like, hardy, I guess
Yeah.
would be a
Right.
better word for
They
it.
hold
Right.
up well.
Yeah.
So we were trying to find. We've grown some smaller yellow ones that we really like, but we were trying to find. We're looking for
larger
a variety
one.
that's larger.
Mhm.
So this is our personal trial variety of the year. So.
Beautiful, really beautiful. And then all your herbs. So you have basil, we have some oregano, and some parsley, right?
Yep.
And then your garlic.
Yeah, so this is this year's crop of garlic. So that's why it's kind of shiny and fresh. So normally garlic is dried before we
Right.
take it to sale. I pulled this straight out of the field this morning. So we have yet to do our major garlic harvest. Garlic is like a 9 month. It's a 9 months to get a crop. So
Wow.
usually planted in October and then you harvest the following July or August.
So now, because you pulled it earlier, will it have a lighter, gentler garlic, or will it be opposite? Will it be more? Well, I guess we'll taste it.
Yeah,
But-
I tend to think that it's a little bit stronger
Okay.
right away.
Okay.
It doesn't have the papery skin,
Mhm.
so as a whole, it's just like a little more robust and fragrant.
Okay.
But we are trying a couple of new garlic varieties too,
Mm.
because there's lots of different notes on that sharpness or that
Interesting.
garlic flavor. So
Yeah, and
we'll
I know
see.
there's like the elephant garlic too. That's like really big. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one I think is. Do you remember that it's a Polish variety,
Pichowska purple.
Pichowski purple? So.
So that's why, like, I was in San Francisco one time at the Stinking Rose, and they,
Oh.
they're known for their garlic ice cream. So they probably, like, when you think of garlic ice cream, you think of garlic. But there's
Yeah.
so many different varieties. It might be a really mild garlic that they're using for that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't
and
know
then-
there was so many different varieties. I mean, now that you say it, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But
And they're from all different parts of the world.
Right.
yeah, interesting. Very
And then
interesting.
there's hard neck and soft neck garlic, which is it is literally the neck different consistency.
And so this
difference.
is hard neck? 'Cause
Yeah,
this is-
and we grow only hard
Yeah.
neck because they store a little bit better.
Better.
So
So then do you dry this before
yeah,
you, okay.
So typically we would probably in the next couple of weeks we'll be harvesting and we'll dry them. actually hanging inside of our greenhouse.
Okay.
Until all of the leaf material has dried down, and then we'll come through, we'll cut them all to just have a short stem like this and cut the roots, and then they're good to store for sometimes 3 or 4 or 6 months.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Very interesting.
yeah.
All that just about garlic. I love it. And then we have a little red onion.
Yeah, this variety is called tropea. It actually is an Italian onion variety. It's supposed to be this bottleneck shape, so these long, thin shape. It's meant to be eaten as a fresh red onion.
Okay.
A lot of times people want to cook red onion because they find it to be more pungent.
See, I love raw red onion.
Yeah.
That's, in fact, I serve raw red onion on our garden salads here.
Yeah.
You know, this will be nice. That's what I'll get instead of like the big.
Yeah, it's a little
This
bit
will be a lot
milder.
better to be putting on them.
And just
Yeah.
a little less chopping too, because it saves
So-
you from having to make smaller pieces.
Yeah, exactly. And you
So-
could almost have little rings probably.
Yep.
Yeah,
too.
it
Yeah.
still has a ring
So it'll look,
on the inside.
it'll look pretty on the salad too. Cool. And then your cucumber, we earlier before we started filming, I asked, do we want to peel the cucumber? And they were like, no, it's a really thin skin. So that's great because
Yeah.
you know I hate when you have the cucumber that you end up almost like want to spit the
Yeah, you gotta
skin
chew
out,
it
but
a
you want
lot.
to eat it because there's more nutrients in it.
Right.
Yeah.
But so
Yeah, these are an English cucumber, so they're
Yeah.
really thin-skinned.
and then
hardly
are
any
they like they
seeds.
say like the burpless cucumber? Are they? Is
I
that
don't know
a
what that
different?
means exactly.
Like
There
where
are very
the
few
seeds
seeds in
aren't
it.
really like you don't need to de-seed it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can cut it open and
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, cool.
hardly any.
So I'm gonna start chopping the or cutting the bread.
Okay.
And then you kind of have the dressing going. We have a little bit of honey in there.
Little honey, a little red wine vinegar, balsamic,
Okay.
and then the olive oil,
Okay.
and salt and pepper.
Okay. Let's just try this, just so you guys can. I usually add a little bit of this to my panzanella, but obviously this is your recipe. So, but I just wanted to share it with you to maybe give you a little bit of a new insight in.
Oh, that's a pretty color.
If you just want to taste it. So it's
Oh,
kind of
that's good.
yeah. So we'll just put this
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
bit in right now, and then if you want to put a little more, let's put a little bit more.
Do you think that's good quantity-wise? Or a little
I think
more
you're probably
olive
going
oil?
to need almost double that.
Okay,
To
good.
be honest with you, yeah. So I'm going to start cutting this. I also roasted some peppers already beforehand. So what I did is I actually just put them right on the stove. I turned on the burner and just rotated them. And then I just put them in a big Ziploc bag and like steamed them. And then at the restaurant here, I have the luxury of like a sprayer on our dishwasher. So I just sprayed them.
Oh.
Some people say you
Nice.
shouldn't do that because you're taking off like the essential oils and stuff like that. I did, you know, it made it easy. So I'll cut the bread and then I'll clean these for us.
Okay.
If you want to start, maybe we can move this down a little bit or something. You can start either your tomatoes, cucumbers, however we want to cut them. And then we'll just kind of, so we're making the dressing first. That way we can taste it and make sure that we like the level that it's at, that it's balanced and, you know, we have enough of it. And then what we'll do is then we can just add all of this stuff in here. And that's one thing the girls said when I asked them about a recipe. They're like, you know what, let's just do a panzanella. It's super easy and it's totally, you know, August, all these products are so readily available, you know, obviously from their farm, but, you know, even at the grocery stores or, you know, farmers markets, whatever. So, and you can always, you know, like kind of the roasted peppers are an addition that originally when they gave me their recipe, they didn't have them in, but I roasted them off this morning and I said, what do you guys think? And they were like, yeah, let's put them in.
Yeah,
and,
you can
you know,
really add like any summer vegetables that you
exactly,
have.
that's what I was
Corn
getting at.
would be really good.
Yep.
Green beans would
Have
be
you ever
good.
put summer squash in your?
I haven't, but that sounds
That would be
really
pretty,
good.
yeah.
That would be really pretty, yeah. So,
Wow.
well, and then, so then we have your dinner coming up, which is August 16th. And so if anybody wants to make a reservation, you can call 414-276-8867. That's the number of the restaurant. Otherwise, the girls are tell us a little bit about where your farmers market is, and you can always let them know you want to make a reservation, and they can relay that message to me.
Sure.
So.
We sell on Saturday mornings at the Fox Point Farmers Market.
Oh, was that Fox Point? Did I say Whitefish Bay? No, what did I say? Where I first met you guys.
Oh,
Yeah, we've always been at the Fox Point Market.
So it must have been Fox Point
Yeah,
I came
it
up
must
to.
have been, yeah.
It's a new location this year, though, but
Oh, okay. It's not in that. It was at a school.
it was in
parking
Yeah.
lot.
Stormont School
now
parking
it's
lot.
right on Santa Monica Boulevard.
It sounds fancy.
You know, where Cheryl Crow hangs
Yeah.
out.
But this is our third year at that market. So,
Okay,
so
cool.
we've got a pretty good following, and like Heather mentioned already, we had 2 friends that were farming, and we're not going to be farming, and so that's how we got our spot into the
Cool.
market there.
Cool.
So
Is this okay size, you guys, or do you want them smaller?
I
No,
think
that
that's
looks
great.
good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Just want to make sure.
Should I do some of these in half?
Maybe, yeah. Will you try this? Dip one of those in there, and,
Here's another spoon if you want.
or yeah, you can just dip.
This just had the sherry vinegar on it.
Okay.
And then we can always, once we add stuff, we can always
vinegar, right?
No, I don't.
No.
put a little bit more in. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So, should we, well, the bread's gonna soak up all the dressing, so we'll wait to we'll put the veggies in first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna start cleaning these. And like with the cucumber,
these in?
Yeah.
Amy sliced it beautifully. You have nice knife skills. But you could do any way you want it. You could have cut it down and made chunks like this. You can do slices. I like that you did slices because we got chunks here. So I like to create different textures of
Shapes and sizes.
yeah,
All right,
exactly.
I can put this in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Time to go for a swim.
What we're gonna do with these, I'm just kind of opening them up and taking this off. Core. Hands here. If you just grab a back of your knife, you can get these seeds off.
That's a good trick.
Yeah. Instead of washing them again. Or rinsing them again. So what, your markets are on Saturday?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they're Saturday mornings from 8 a.m. till noon. Going on now through the second Saturday in October.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it's 18 weeks in total. So we started Father's Day weekend back in June. And like I said, this is our third year there.
And it's been kind of a hard, this season's been,
Growing season got off to sort of a rough start because
Yep.
it was so cold in the month of May and wet. So there were, outside of the things we had in the hoop house, our first field plantings were pushed back 2 and almost 3 weeks for some things.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and then it was just so cold that things took a while to really take off.
Do anything.
But, thankfully not every year is like that. So
Well, but then it's gonna go longer in the season too, right?
hopefully,
I
we're
mean,
hoping
hopefully,
so,
yeah,
yeah.
the weather.
Yeah, I mean, we've been really fortunate the last few years. We've had really long falls, so we've been able to keep
Yeah.
things going. Things that you
think-
wouldn't normally
yeah.
expect. Like last year, we still had tomatoes at our last farmer's market
Yep.
in mid-October.
Yeah,
which-
so I was just gonna say, I have a friend that he grows some for me, and we had them till the end of October.
Yeah.
So what I do is, and I will definitely, start getting some tomatoes from you guys too, is I make, I call it a toy box tomato salad, because I just mix all these
Sounds so
different
fun.
varieties, and from like currant and blueberry, and I love like the real tiny little ones, and
Oh, sure.
and then all different shapes and sizes. So, and then I do it in a martini glass. So I just call it a toy box because there's so many different different kinds of tomato in it.
Yeah. Don't chop my hand off. Yeah.
So why you picked the location of your farm? Because your boyfriend already had property there.
And
Yeah, it makes sense.
The land we were on had been on.
I'm gonna put these in there.
The first year that we farmed together was just sort of a temporary situation anyway. So
Yeah.
We did have to move.
And where is the location? I don't think we mentioned that.
We're in Caledonia, east of 94, on 6 Mile Road. So
Okay. Oh, yeah.
not too far over the Racine-Milwaukee County line,
Yep.
and about 5 or 6 miles off the lake. So
And do you welcome visitors, or like do you do tours or anything like that, or no?
we haven't done
Not
anything
yet.
like that yet.
No,
just,
not yet.
Because we're so small.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand.
And we're not there all the time, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
we
live
have thought about starting a market stand
on farm.
one of these years. Yeah. Which in that case, when that starts, obviously people can.
Someone's gonna have to be there.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah.
will be there. People are welcome to stop by.
I think you do well there because there's so many other like little.
Yeah, it's
It's
very
such a cute little community, you know.
Yeah, and 6 Mile Road is a pretty busy
pretty
road,
busy,
especially
yeah.
now with all the construction going on south of us. People are getting off the interstate
Should I add the
further
bread?
north.
Sure.
Why not? Right.
And we do have lots of, rural subdivisions around us. So
Mhm.
there are lots of people living in our very immediate area.
My sister-in-law lives in Kenosha. Like she's like the last exit before
Oh,
the Illinois border, pretty much. But so I get down there quite often.
yeah.
Should I start chopping some herbs? You got the
Yeah, we're getting
Yeah.
the tomatoes in there.
okay.
It's really good to use farmers market tomatoes because you want all the juices.
Yeah,
And
and the
unfortunately,
varieties and
grocery
like,
store tomatoes
and
just aren't
heirloom
as
is.
juicy.
I mean, the flavors
right.
you
Yeah,
can't
the
even
flavor
compare.
is-
Yeah. And what kind of basil is this, you guys?
That's a Genovese Italian large leaf.
So this is
Basil.
like really, this is perfect for pesto.
Yeah.
Right. This
Yep.
is like that's what it's known
Yeah.
for is
Yep.
the pesto.
Exactly.
Should I leave this whole, or should I chop it a little bit?
I usually like chop it just
Just
into
a
like
little.
shreds.
Oh,
kind of,
okay.
Or,
Gotcha. Like a julienne.
yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Alrighty.
So pretty already.
Yeah, the colors are great. So a little bit about this extra virgin olive oil. I have,
Yeah.
I went to Italy and I brought,
I don't know if
I
we need
met
it. Maybe we'll mix it first.
um,
Do you want to use the rest of that?
Vincenzo, who owns his own olive grove. My nose itches. And asked him if I could buy some to use in my restaurant. So this is my second batch that I've gotten from him. And it just has such a beautiful, unique flavor. It's not real bitter. And I mean, it's super, super fresh. Like it's not manipulated at all. Like it's all hand harvested.
And then he does all the pressing and that
And-
at the farm too?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything, yeah. So it's very, I'm gonna not use the serrated though. I'm gonna steal this knife from
Oh,
you
sure.
because that's gonna,
How fast do you go through this then and have to rebuy from the?
pretty like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, like, I mean, and I gave these guys a container of it. Don't hesitate if you want more. Because I love sharing it with people.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put all this in because basil is yummy. Especially this. It smells so good. All right, and then what about
Smells like summertime.
the oregano? Should I just pick it and put it in, or you want me to chop that too?
I think that you could probably just
I think,
pick it.
yeah.
those
I'm gonna
leaves
give
are
this to you
small
to do,
enough.
and then I'm gonna chop the parsley. I love, like, look at how much care they put into it. It's like wrapped with.
I was worried it would dry out. It's a warm afternoon now.
Yeah. And you could probably use any fresh herbs from your garden. Like thyme would probably be really good in here too.
Yep. Yeah, or an opal basil too. Here's some chopped parsley. We'll put that in there. It's gonna be yummy. All right, I think we have everything in.
Just the onions.
Yep.
Do you want them all? Maybe I'll break them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Did you you already did the garlic. I didn't see them.
Oh yeah. I snuck
Are
that
we
in.
gonna put this one?
I think for
We need
color
it.
it would be good to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to taste a piece of it before you put it in.
Yeah. We should.
I
all
wonder if it
taste
tastes
Yeah.
like a pork chop.
Right. Maybe it goes well with meat. That's why they named it.
Oh,
pork chop.
cool.
I don't know.
I think the plant breeders are just bored.
I'm not
They
sure.
gotta.
What would lead you to name a tomato pork chop?
What was the name of it again?
Pork chop.
Pork chop.
It's got a really nice color.
Yeah. Almost melony,
Yeah.
Mhm.
if that's a word. Mm. Wow. Really good. I love tomatoes.
It's the best part of summer.
Yep, I agree. When I was younger, we would grab those little salt shakers and we would go down in people's gardens and like steal tomatoes and cucumbers, and we would have our own little salt shaker. We
Get
call
rid
it
of the
garden
evidence.
hopping. We went garden hopping.
Yeah. And you got rid of the evidence right away?
Yep, because we ate it.
Smart. Right.
We got in trouble a few times for picking not all the raspberries, but picking their raspberries. All right,
Cool.
and I have a
Oh, big spoon.
big spoon here if you
Perfect.
want.
I can't wait to try that fennel bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think-
so what I do is, because a lot of times on the top of the fennel, the fronds, I don't know what the green stalk part is called, but a lot of people just throw that away. I usually say, if I don't put it in bread, I'll save it for stock. But I love it in the bread. You know, it's just, instead of just throwing it away or.
Yeah, you just chop it up. Fine.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna grab, we got 3 spoons here we can taste.
I think this is one of those salads too that
The
if
longer
you let it
sits-
sit a little bit,
Yeah.
it'll get better.
Yeah, I agree.
The bread will soak up more, the juices, and
It's beautiful.
it certainly is colorful. Great.
So what I
Very
was
good.
thinking, I don't know, is maybe like a piece of grilled fish with it for your dinner, or just serve that separately, and then we'll do something else. for
Yeah,
dinner.
grilled fish would be really good
Let's
with it.
try it. This is your sherry vinegar one, so I'll let you have that.
I'll use this one.
It's beautiful, you guys. You should be very proud.
Oop, that's all bread.
I know where your priorities are.
Bring on the bread.
Oh my gosh, is it yummy?
Get a tomato.
I was gonna say a little more
got a
salt,
tomato.
but
Okay.
no.
No, it's good.
But I think once you get a piece of bread.
Cheers.
Wait, let me get some. Can I double dip? Are you
Yeah.
okay? There we go.
Cheers.
Cheers, ladies. Oops. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I really appreciate it.
Mm, yum. That's so good.
Will you tell us a little more about the 3 charities that the series is supporting?
Yeah, so Savage Support is for people that are diagnosed with breast cancer, and I'm part of it. I'm the vice president, and my girlfriend Deanna, who was diagnosed with breast cancer, she, during her time of having it, her treatments and stuff like that, she was lucky enough to have such a wonderful supportive friends that. But she realized that, gosh, if she didn't have all these friends, what would a person do? So that's what Savage Support does. Like, we come in and we do, simple things, like even cooking you a meal, or delivering you groceries, or giving you an Uber ride, arranging it to the hospital. All like little things like that, nothing medical, or it's more kind of like cleaning, friendly support, I guess would be a good way to say it. And then Courage Milwaukee is for the LGBT youth community. And these are children that here in Milwaukee, which I was just amazed at how many homeless children there are in just our Milwaukee area. And that have like been kicked out of their home, you know, because maybe they're just confused about their gender, or, you know, or coming out as being gay, or confused, you know, and their parents aren't acceptant of it. So they kick them out and they have nowhere to go. So my friends Brad and Nick have, they just purchased a home, and they're completely, you know, gutted it, and they're in the process of doing all this. So that's really, when I was thinking about them, I'm like, they need our money. You know,
Yeah.
they're a young charity that
Young organization.
the money that we raise is really going to make a difference, you know. And then Express Yourself Milwaukee is, again, the youth community, but it's all through, it's underprivileged children that want to get involved in music. So instead of them being out on the street, you know, hanging out at McDonald's, or, you know, just not knowing what to do with themselves, they can go and be a part of this beautiful program of getting involved with music. And they have so many different options of instruments to play. And then they put on this great program at the end of the year. So they're committed, you know, once they get in there. And a lot of them, once they're in, you'll see them year after year after year. You know, it's making a big difference in their life. So, and again, they're a young charity too, where literally we can see our money is going
It's
to
gonna make
like
a
buy a new
difference.
drum,
Right,
or,
sure.
you know. So I'm really excited, like at the end of all of this, to see and show you guys, you know, and all the women that have helped with this, and the people that have come in the restaurant and participated in the dinners and everything, of what we gained from it, you know. And I think it's going to be, I think we'll all be really amazed, and I think we're doing a really good thing. So I really appreciate you guys being a part of it, and thank you so much for sharing your beautiful story and
Absolutely.
your beautiful produce. It's, you guys definitely set yourselves above a lot of farms. You know, I can just see the love that you put into it. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for joining us. And again, if you want to make a reservation, the girls, their dinner is on August 16th. And if you want to visit the Pasta Tree either website at Pasta Tree Milwaukee, there's information there, or you could visit us at our Facebook page. Also, Find Fettle Farms. I'm going to have the girls put some information on their site too, so they can at least link you to the Pasta Tree, and you can get more information about all the other women that are participating in the International Women's Series, and information about coming to the dinners, or if you want to donate privately too, you can do that. But every little bit helps, so we really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.